showtime ngayon. So, lumalabas yung personality ko lalo. So, that's some of the things I worked on with myself, and I'd say that's also part of my growth din. So, yun po.
Congrats, and congrats again, and nice to meet you.
Salamat po. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jacqueline, for your question. Now, let's get to Julian Mauricio. Julian, are you here? Julian? Oh, there.
Julian!
Ay, where's Julian?
Ayan.
Please do not be shy. Ayan. Hello po.
Hello po. Hey. The Voice Kids pa lang, Kuya Julian was one of the first who interviewed me also.
Oh, full circle moment din pala.
Grabe. So, nakapag you've released singles over the last few years, pero yung last proper album mo was medyo matagal na.
2017.
2017.
8 years.
Bakit ang tagal between full albums? Was there a specific reason kung bakit?
Actually, hindi rin po namin namalayan na ang dami ng taon na nakalibas. We didn't intentionally mean to make it this long before I released another album. But throughout the years, since my last album in 2017, ang dami rin po kasing naging special projects like for Disney and also for ASEAN and stuff like that I didn't even know that I should be making my original music din. I should be releasing an album and stuff like that. Na parang nakontento na rin po ako siguro sa mga live performances na ginagawa ko on TV as well, like on ASAP and stuff like that. And parang when I became part of the Star Music family, that was one of their first goals, was to release an album with me. Kaya yun, nabigyan na ng pansin yung album, and it's finally here, and I'm just so happy with how it turned out. I didn't even realize it's been 8 years. Akala ko po 5 lang, mga ganun. Tapos pagka-check ko sa discography ko, 2017 pa pala yung huli. So maririnig nyo rin yung difference ng boses ko from 2017, where I was just 16 years old, and now I'm 24. So yeah, crazy. Opo.
Ayun. Pahabol lang na question. On this album, you composed and wrote a lot of the songs. If I'm not mistaken, mga 90% ata.
Hindi na, siguro po mga 40%.
Could you talk about your creative process in general? Syempre, iba na ngayon, no? Since you're older and more mature, I'm sure it's different now compared sa mga first attempts mo at writing music. Ano na nag-iba, and what is the process like now?
I'd say the process for writing my music now, it comes from anything po talaga. There's so many different ways I get inspiration. It can be, minsan may kwento lang yung mga kaibigan ko, sinusulat ko na yung experience sila na ganun, or something I also saw in a movie or a TV show. It can also be from personal experiences. So, kung titignan niyo po yung album, yung mga sinulat ko, ano sila they don't coincide with one another. Bibitaw na, tapos yung next na nirelease ko, Iyo, which is a love song, tapos nag-release ako ng parang breakup song ulit, yung Hanggang Kailan. So, it's really different topics and different genres, and I feel like that's also a way for me to explore my musicality as well. So parang I don't want to stick to just one genre or just one theme. So yun po yung creative process ko. And when I write songs, magkasabay na po yung lyrics tsaka melody na nire-record ko sa phone ko na naka-demo. Tapos pinapasa ko na lang kay Sir Jonathan. And then, ayun, he gets it arranged. And we get to the studio, and that's pretty much how we do our songs, how we record the ones that I wrote po. Tapos yung mga iba naman na nasa album, they came from demos. And I'm very lucky to be able to work with such talented artists like Kuya Tyro, DJ MOD, and all of the other songwriters, si Sir Jonathan as well. So, yeah, ayun po yung creative process namin. Thank you po.
Thank you so much, Sir Julian, for your questions. Now we have questions from Jella De Vera and Rel Jordan Salazar from Manila Concert Junkies, who I will be asking. So we were just talking about the themes on the album. So something question nila. Please take us through the preparations for this album. What were some of your inspirations or themes that you wanted to explore for the songs?
Inspirations or themes? Ayun nga, parang yung ibang kanta ko galing sa pelikula na pinanood ko, yung iba naman galing sa mga kwento ng mga kaibigan ko, like a personal experience that they're experiencing within that moment. So, it's just how I write. And then also, Iyo was a lot easier to write kasi may tema kong kailangang sundan, which was the love story of Caroline and Bingo dun sa Can't Buy Me Love. So, ganun yung mga creative process ng songwriting ko. Yeah.
Love that. I mean, grabe no, you're able to make songs out of experiences. What a talent.
Oh, maraming salamat. Naks. Pero yun, like, minsan talaga binabalikan ko months later yung mga kanta, kaya talagang 3 years in the making yung album na to. Because some of the songs I wrote in 2021 pa, yung hanggang kailan sinimulan ko yun 2021. Tapos, nirelease siya last year lang, 2024, and that's when I finished it as well. So may mga ganong kanta na nandun lang sa drafts ng phone ko, and now it's part of this album.
All in due time.
Yes.
All in due time. And the next question actually is, with every new album comes a new era. As a musical artist, what can we expect from Darren in this new era?
In this new era, well, I used to be someone who didn't want to sing his original songs. Yung parang pag iimbitahan ako for a corporate event or a mall show, yung puro covers yung kinakanta ko kasi feeling ko parang, dito mas mag-e-enjoy yung tao, mas makaka-relate yung tao dito, not knowing na dapat, as an artist, dapat alam mo sa sarili mo na you should be singing your own songs. Yun din yung isa sa mga sinabi sa akin ng mga, nung nakausap ko sina Sir Jonathan, sina Mama Reg, yung parang mag-release ka lang ng mag-release. Si Ate Sara nagsabi din sa akin na parang, hindi ka ba nagsusulat? Sabi ko, tinatry ko po. Sabi niya, pero may na-release ka na. Sabi ko, parang ayokong gawin. Pero yeah, yung si Ate Sara din yung isa sa nagsabi na, just keep releasing songs. Si Ate Sara Geronimo, my coach from The Voice Kids, because she said, just keep on producing content, producing stuff that you like. So, isa siya sa mga naging inspirations ko sa pagsulat din. Kasi, oo nga no, like as an artist, dapat gumagawa ka ng sarili mong kanta, nagpo-produce ka ng sarili mong music and content and stuff like that. So, now I have that in my mind na parang kahit sa mga mall shows and also corporate events, I try to sing a few original songs as well as some covers as well kahit sa mga concerts ko. So hopefully one day, you know, I can do a concert na kahit 80% original songs, no, or even more than. So yun, it's a goal of mine, pero now I am on the road to that. Yung singing more of my original songs sa mga performances.
Yes! Di ba Dianatics, kaya ni Darren yan? Manifest na natin from this day. Mark nyo na sa calendar ninyo. Ayan. Okay, so our next question is coming from Alan Sancon from Stars Photo. Alan, are you here? Oh, there! Hello Alan!
Hey, congratulations Darren sa iyong album.
Salamat po.
So, nagulat lang kami ngayon na kami naka-attend ng album launch na yung mga celebrity friends mo is here. Yung tanong ko lang related to that, ano ka ba bilang kaibigan? Why they are so supportive with you, especially on this milestone of your career, yung album launch mo?
Wala ako namang magyabang. Wow, pero hindi kasi sinasabi rin po nila na I don't know, reliable daw ako na kaibigan, yung parang I show up for my friends, I show up for people. Yes, nag-agree sila. Maraming salamat. Nag-agree sila. Pero ayun, like parang I've learned to put my energy into people who also reciprocate the energy I give them. So, ayun, yung mga taong nakita nyo dito, sila yung ilan sa mga day one ko, sila yung talagang, yung iba dyan, The Voice Kids pa lang, like Kuya Robbie, sina Enchong, they've been so supportive ever since The Voice Kids, and until now, they're still here sa album launch ko. So, I'm really blessed to have friends that I can also call my family. So, ayun, what else? Siguro, dahil galante din ako. Wow, Nax! Sa akin nang galing. Galante rin. Pero, yun, siguro na gigilty sila. Yung parang sige na nga, pumunta na tayo sa album mo sila. Libre siya ng libre, tapos di tayo pupunta. So yun. What else? Yeah, I'd say as a friend, I'm pretty reliable. Yun po.
Nagulat din kami na sa album launch mo, nagulat din kami na ang dami palang mga Darenatics hindi pa rin part of the So, ano ka naman bilang mga idol sa kanila? Bakit ganun kanila ka-supportive all over the world?
Hindi ko rin po alam. I honestly can't thank the Darenatics enough kasi sila po talaga yung sumuporta since The Voice Kids. Kung wala sila, wala rin ako dito kasi sila yung unang naniwala sa akin sa industriyang ito. Hindi man ako nanalo sa The Voice Kids, pero nandyan pa rin sila supporting and believing in me. Until today, alam mo yung hindi ko alam kung paano ko yung papasalamatan, and I just love you guys so much. And thank you for being part of this journey for the past 11 years. May mga nakilala ko na may mga nakilala ko na iba't ibang era sila pumasok sa Darenatics fandom. Merong mga recently lang during the pandemic, merong mga iba since The Voice Kids pa. So, maraming salamat for growing up with me as well. 11 years, hindi yung biro. Yung iba dito na, I love you too! Yung iba dito nakilala ko, mga estudyante pa sila. Oo, yung iba dito, single pa sila no. Ngayon yung iba, ngayon yung nakagraduate na yung karamihan, may mga love life na, gano'n. So, yung Darenatics yung mga taong I'd say I grew up with, I'm growing old with as well. Yun.
Last na lang about your album.
Yes,
Itong Ikaw Pa Rin, di ba? Isa sa mga talagang sumikat itong yung eviction night mo song na paalam
muna sandali,
di ba? So, in-expect mo bang ganun ka magiging masikat yun? At nakakagulat na yung best friend mo pa yung unang na-evict.
Yes!
Sa isip ba yung unang na-evict at yung unang inali mo kanta para sa kanya?
Kaya talagang minadali ko pong i-record kasi sabi ko, ay parang siya talaga. Joke lang. Pero hindi po namin in-expect na magiging ganun yung reception ng tao sa Paalam Muna Sandali because parang namimili na dapat sina Direk Lawrence sa ibang mga original songs ni Sir Jonathan para gawing eviction song. Pero Sir Jonathan pitched this song na ginawa niya, Paalam Muna Sandali, and he wanted me to interpret it. Tsaka sinabi ko na, Sir John, baka hindi po talaga umabot. Pwedeng ibang artist na lang yung pakantahin nyo and stuff like that. But he really waited for me, which I'm so grateful for Sir John. Maraming salamat. Talagang hinintay niya akong makalapag. Kahit dumiretso ako galing na iya, it was all worth it. And I'm glad that it turned out to be the way that it is now with the reception of all the viewers of PBB. And ewan natin, baka bukas marinig ulit natin sa big night. So, ayun. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng nag-stream.
Congratulations. Nakita rin namin yung grow mo since day one ng The Voice.
Thank you po.
Ngayon. Congratulations.
Salamat po.
Thank you so much, Sir Alan, for your questions. Now we have Sir Patrick Villanueva of Business Mirror. Ayan, just beside Sir Alan. Ayan. Perfect. Hello po.
Hi, good afternoon. Congratulations sa new album.
Thank you po.
Bubo na lang kasi mga kanta. So, for the question lang naman is, for the new album, kanino mo siya parang dinededicate? Or maybe the better question would be, sino yung dapat makinig sa whole album?
Honestly, I think, I don't know who to dedicate this to, but I dedicate it to everyone who loves music. I dedicate it to everyone who... You love music? I do too. But honestly, sa mga music lovers po, isa to sa mga albums that I hope they can listen to, and I dedicate it to everyone who just wants to be able to listen to something na easy listening and kayang sabayan yung mga songs. And of course, I dedicate this album to all the Darenatics who have waited for 8 years. Grabe, I dedicate this to you guys kasi 8 years kayong naghintay for a new album, for new music. So, ayun po. Who else would I dedicate this to? I'd say, parang ang hirap kasing i-dedicate yung buong album kasi magkakaibang tema yung mga kanta eh. So, yeah, yun. Sa Darinatics na lang.
So, yun lang. Congratulations again for
Thank you po. Salamat po.
Thank you po. And speaking of the album, we have another surprise for everybody actually.
Wow.
Guys, another surprise because Darren loves you so much. Darren's Ikaw Pa Rin album will have a physical CD release. So, ayan. Diba? 8 years kayo nag-intay. Sabi ko okay lang. 8 years kayo nag-intay. Kaya bonggang-bongga na yung release ni Darren. So once again, Darren's Ikaw Pa Rin album will have a physical CD release soon for updates. Yes, don't get excited. For updates on the release date and where you can pre-order your copy, make sure to follow ABS-CBN Star Music on their official social media pages. And so may physical copy na kayo. Nakakamiss na yung mga physical CD.
Yes. Bumabalik na siya. It's very nostalgic. Sa lahat ng mga nagtapon na ng CD player, bili po kayo.
Oo nga, may
Yes.
CD player pa ba?
Sino pa dito may mga CD player
sino?
pa?
May buka.
Ayan. Sa sasakyan. May
Oo.
mga sasakyan may CD player pa. Doon yun na lang pakinggan.
So pre-order na kayo guys ha. So
Yes.
follow ABS-CBN Star Music on their social media platforms to that. So now let's get back to our questions. We have Anna Padua of Mix. I saw Anna a while ago. Anna, are you here? Ayun.
Okay, so hi Darren, congratulations. So
Hello,
fans and the Darinatics have grown with you since you were a teen performer, since The Voice Kids pa. So how do you hope they will see you through your new music? Do you think that Ikaw Pa Rin represents closure, a new beginning, or is it both?
I'd say it presents more of a new beginning po talaga. It's a new, like I said earlier, it's a new era for me. And you can hear the musicality change with throughout the years sa discography ko. And now mas alam ko na yung gusto kong ilabas na mga songs. I know what I want to produce. And so, yeah, it's the start of a new era. Tsaka parang lagi kong sinasabi yun sa mga interviews ko, it's a more mature side of Darren, it's a different side of Darren, mas matandang Darren yung maririnig nyo. Pero totoo talaga kasi siya, yung I feel like I just continue to grow in the music industry and I never stop learning as well. So that's why I feel like with every release there's more maturity that comes with it, there's more lessons and there's more learnings, there's more growth with every release that I do po. Yeah.
Okay, so last question is, since you mentioned growth and lessons na rin, since this is your 11th year in the OPM industry, what has been the most important lesson you've learned in that time?
To love your own music. Yun nga yung sinabi ko kanina, yung parang dati nahihiya akong mag-perform ng sarili kong mga kanta. And that's one of the most important lessons that I learned, na kailangan mong kantahin yung sarili mong mga kanta. Kahit bago siyang single, even if you feel like people won't be able to relate to it kasi it's a new release, kantahin mo lang ng kantahin and let your music be known in other places as well. Kahit yung mga shows na ginagawa ko abroad, I try to sing my original songs kahit yung iba Tagalog. And it's something that I also want to make a goal nga, like I said earlier, to be able to sing more of my original music in the shows and events that I do, even on ASAP as well, which has given me so many performances na kinakanta ko yung sarili kong mga kanta as well.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Anna, for your questions. Now we have Mars Chica asking us some questions. So, do we have... There you go, there you go. Hello po.
Ayun, hello po.
Hello, good afternoon po. Ayan. Congratulations po on your 11th year in the industry.
Salamat.
Looking back, what would you say has been your most defining moment as an artist so far po?
Wow, my most defining moment. Wow, grabe lalim ng tanong. Defining moment siguro, syempre, ang dami po eh. Parang, I can't imagine, you know, in that span, in the 11 years that I've been in the industry, I've been able to mark off so many things off of my bucket list, mga goals ko. Pero siguro yung defining moment ko recently, yung 10th anniversary ko sa Araneta Coliseum. Yung parang, siyempre, Araneta Coliseum, yung kakabahan ka talaga kasi ako mismo hindi ko siya gustong gawin last year. Hindi ko siya talaga gustong gawin pero ang ABS-CBN po ang nagsabi na no, we want you to celebrate your 10 years. We want you to celebrate it sa Araneta kung kaya. And ako sabi ko parang hindi ko po kaya pero sila talaga yung gusto na Araneta or MOA yung pinagpili ang venue. Sabi ko grabe yung paniniwala niyo sa akin. Pero it was something that was such a surreal moment for me kasi na-sold out po siya tapos it's something that so many artists only dream about. Yung maisigaw yung What's up Araneta Coliseum? Araneta! Yung maisigaw mo yun sa sarili mong concert. Grabe it's such a fulfilling moment. So I'd say that's one of the more recent defining moments in my career.
Last question ko lang po. You've done pop, ballads, and even dance tracks. What genre or sound haven't you explored yet that you'd love to try po?
Parang sa ASAP actually, lahat ng genre kinakanta ko. Nagra-rock ako, rock, jazz, hip-hop, nagra-rap ako kung ano-ano. But like to actually make into an original song of mine, siguro I wanna try rock naman. Or siguro jazz, yung mga may konting scatting, pero more modern take also. Yung tunog Darren pa rin, pero Darren na hindi nyo pa naririnig sa isang original song of mine or sa album ko before. So, ayun, siguro. I feel like that would be fun kasi lagi rin kaming nag-experiment ni Sir Jonathan sa studio with different sounds and different songs.
Ayun, thank you po and congrats.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much. Now our next questions come from Chris Lane de Malanta of Home Radio 97.9.
Hello po.
Hi.
Home Radio!
Yes.
Hello po. Yung question ko is there any song in the album na i-dedicate mo sa mga fans niyo?
Yung Ikaw Pa Rin, yun talaga. Kaya po, yan yung title, no? Ikaw Pa Rin by DJ MOD. It's really a song that you can dedicate to your loved ones, to your friends, your family. And yun nga, parang celebrating 11 years din, tsaka having the Darren Addicts there with me throughout all this time. Ikaw Pa Rin was the song that we chose to have as the album title para talaga sa kanila yun. Yun po.
And since multi-talented ka, may mga pangarap ka ba bang ma-achieve in life?
Salamat.
Since nakarating ka na sa 11 years.
May mga gusto pa ba akong ma-achieve? Siguro to release a single internationally, yung isa sa mga goals ng ABS-CBN Music for me. And what else? I feel like that's one of the first few things that I want to do muna. Like, little by little. So yun muna, release music internationally naman. Yun po.
Thank you po. Thank you for your questions. Now we have questions from Ted Claudio of whatsup.ph, which I will ask. Yes. So,
Okay. What's up?
If you have a time machine, wow, and can go back in time, what song do you want to sing again for the first time and experience that moment again?
Wow, a song I want to sing again for the first time. Siguro, yung...
It's hard,
Oh yeah, actually ang dami. Pero parang gusto kong balikan yung... ang daming tumatakbo sa isip ko na moments. What's a song I want to sing again for the first time? Siguro it would be Domino.
Yes!
Yeah.
Bakit
Kasi-
Domino? Bakit yun ang video?
That was another defining moment in my career, no? Like, the moment I stepped onto the stage of the blind auditions ng The Voice Kids, yun yung talagang tumatak sa akin eh. Tinawag na akong... Sa'yo din! Tinawag na akong Mr. Domino and nakarating pa siya sa newspaper outlets and news outlets sa amin sa Canada. So, it's something I want to relive again, siguro yung Domino, which I kind of do every anniversary event ko. Like, ginawa ko siya dun sa Araneta last year also. So, it's always something that is very nostalgic for me, yung Domino.
But that's crazy going back to that moment.
Yes.
Grabe,
Sobra.
kaba or something, excitement.
Yeah, I want to relive that moment. I want to sing it again for the first time. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, one day, baka one day, pag may time machine.
Yes.
One day. Okay, the next question is, what song in your new album is your personal favorite aside from the main track?
Personal favorite? Ang
Pinapakinggan
dami.
mo, like, recently.
Yung on repeat talaga, yung Anap tsaka Di Makaramdam. Yung talaga. Tsaka yung Paano Kung Tayo Na Lang. Yung tatlong yun. Yeah.
Versatile listening.
Hindi, pero talagang it's on a rotation. Yung Paano Kung Tayo Na Lang, yung Di Makaramdam, Anap. Tapos yung dati pala namin ni Belle, na kagabi ko lang narinig for the first time na naka-master na kasi hindi ko pa siya narinig after we recorded it ng naka-mix. So, last night I was like, wow, ang ganda nung kinalabasan ng duet namin ni Belle. And what else? Paalam Mo Na Sandali. Those 5 songs. Yeah.
I mean, it goes to show yung album na to has something for everyone, for every moment in your life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ang timing din kasi yung dati is celebrating its 11th anniversary din this year. So, it's also a song made by Kuya Tyro and also Ate Yumi. Tapos, it was originally sung by Sam Concepcion and Ate Tipi Dos Santos. Ngayon naman, may version na po kami ni Bel Mariano. So, you guys can also stream it. And yun yung, isa sa mga nasa top 10 ng iTunes ngayon. So, thank you so much for supporting it. Yun po.
Yeah, so more pa. Stream pa.
Yeah.
We're gonna share more. So those were questions from Ted Claudio. Next we have Jay of Certified Kapamilya. I will also ask their question. Your new album is titled Ikaw Pa Rin. Kaya fill in the blanks to what you feel now. Blank, ikaw pa rin ang blank. Wow.
Ikaw pa rin ang gusto ko.
Wow!
Yun na lang.
Ang bilis nun
Ikaw pa rin ang gusto. Tama naman.
Oh.
Ikaw pa rin. Ikaw pa rin ang pipiliin ko. Yun. Next.
Dami lang questions, ho.
Oh.
Okay, next. Okay, let's go to the next question. Can you share your favorite lyric sa mga kanta na nasa album mo? And kindly share why it's your favorite. You have a favorite lyric?
Wow, throughout the whole album. Siguro galing din sa Ikaw Pa Rin. Yung kahit ulit-ulitin pa, uwaho, uwaho.
Poetic! Very poetic.
Very poetic yun. Hindi, pero yun talaga. Yung chorus po, sa paglipas ng panahon, oh. Hindi, tama, yun talaga. Yung mga lyrics na yun ng Ikaw Pa Rin. Kasi sa paglipas ng panahon, ikaw pa rin. Kahit ulit-ulitin pa. Yun.
So yun na yung quote nyo ha for this press con. Whoa! Espanto 2025.
Yes.
Yun na yun. Okay, now we have our questions coming from Philippine Daily Inquirer Lifestyle. They will be asking their own question. There we go. Hello!
Hello po.
Hello, good afternoon, Darren. Curious lang ako, like, when you go to a recording, parang paano yung day mo, how do you pump yourself up, or may rituals ka ba? What's your state of mind?
Kapag nagre-record kami ni Sir John, gusto ko po yung maging efficient siya as possible. So, hindi kami yung type na nagsusulat pa lang sa recording studio or doon pa lang sisimulan yung kanta. Kasi we want it to be more efficient. So, pagdating doon, gawa na yung beat. Magre-record na lang po talaga ako ng vocals. And then, para ma-fast track din, si Sir John on the spot na siya nag-mix minsan ng vocals ko. Nagko-comp na siya para mas mabilis din matapos yung mismong mastering ng kanta. So, ganun kami ni Sir Jonathan. And minsan, magre-record kami umaga. Minsan, it can be as late as 2 a.m. na natatapos. Ganun. So, depende po sa availability din ni Sir Jonathan tsaka nung availability ko. So, yeah. Kaya din 3 years in the making. Yun po.
Pero personally, like, how do you parang pump yourself up or get your mind into that? Parang may mga rituals ka rin ba na ginagawa or...
Ayun, syempre, inaaral ko yung kanta before I get there para dire-diretso na yung recording process. Any rituals? Siguro vocalization syempre is very important. Lalo na nung nirecord ko yung Paalam Muna Sandali, yung kailangan ko talagang mag-vocalize sa sasakyan papunta galing sa airport, papunta sa studio kasi grabe si Sir John pag nagsulat yung ang daming lyrics, ang daming mong kailangang bigkasin na words, tapos ang daming pinupuntahan ng mismong kanta. So, that was one of the more challenging songs that I recorded dito po sa album. So yun yung ilan sa mga rituals na ginagawa ko when I record. Yun.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much. And actually, that is all the questions that we have for today.